This is the story of a soldier who, after leaving the war, has become the most deadliest fighter in the underground. Welcome to Book of Recaps. The story kicks off with an intense war scene, showing American soldiers battling terrorists. Among them is a soldier named Michael Duffy, but everyone calls him Duffy. Duffy looks around from his vantage point, seeing how many of his fellow soldiers have fallen. While they're taking down terrorists, their own comrades are also being killed. He sees the bodies of his friends everywhere. Eventually, they win the battle, but Duffy has lost many of his comrades. This experience was incredibly scarring for him. As time passes, he leaves the army and retires. However, the vivid scenes of war continue to haunt him. He's suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. At night, he's plagued by these memories, often waking up suddenly and sitting upright in bed. 7 years have gone by, and Duffy is still trying every day to forget the past. He constantly moves to new places, hoping to escape his memories. One day, he walks into a pub and sees a group of people playing cards. Intrigued, he joins the table. The game begins, and everyone places their bets, one by one. Duffy bets everything he has, and in the end, he wins. However, the people he's playing against are very dangerous individuals. They refuse to pay him his winnings. But they have no idea what Duffy has been through or what he's truly capable of. The moment Duffy gets angry, he starts to beat them, one by one, mercilessly. More people keep coming at him, but he continues to overpower them without mercy. Seeing this, the leader of the thugs realizes that this man can't be defeated with just fists. So he pulls out his gun and tries to intimidate Duffy. He thinks Duffy might not have seen a gun before, but in reality, none of them have seen as many guns as Duffy has. A gun can't scare him. Eventually, seeing Duffy's resolve, they hand over his money. Duffy then leaves the pub. Meanwhile, we meet a man named Max Bomer. Max's job is to scout for talented fighters and bring them into the underground fighting scene. He's incredibly impressed by the way Duffy fought at the pub. Max starts telling everyone about Duffy and begins to follow him. The next morning, he shows up at Duffy's house. Duffy asks, "Who are you?" Max introduces himself, explaining that he searches for underground fighters and takes them to fights where they can earn a lot of money. Duffy responds, "I have no interest in fighting. Please leave." But Max isn't one to give up easily. He keeps trying to persuade Duffy, doing his best to convince him. Duffy goes to sit in a diner, and Max follows him there, sitting down at his table. Duffy asks, "Why won't you leave me alone?" Max replies, "When you were fighting, I was watching you. You weren't fighting to kill them, you were fighting yourself. Seeing that, I understood you were in the army at some point, and all the things that happened there have entered your mind. You want to get rid of them, but you can't. You took out all your anger on those people, and that anger needs to be released every day." Max continues, "I know this pain well. I had a younger brother who went to Afghanistan to fight in the war. In Afghanistan, he saw something he could never shake off. Even after coming back, he roamed around like he was crazy. After a while, his mind bothered him so much that he took his own life. I don't want something like this to happen to you." Duffy considers Max's words, realizing that Max understands what he's going through. Maybe Max is right. If he fights, that anger inside him might finally come out. Duffy agrees. Max takes Duffy to a place where a fight is already underway. Duffy observes that there are no rules or laws here, and all the fighters are getting paid. It's then that Duffy realizes Max has already arranged his fight. Duffy gets angry. He says, "How did you arrange my fight without asking me? I just came here to watch. I don't like it when someone makes life decisions for me without asking." With that, he starts to leave. Hearing this, the organizer gets furious because a lot of money has been bet on the fighter Duffy was supposed to face. The organizer starts yelling at Duffy, cursing him, and calling him a coward. Duffy, now enraged, hands his belongings to Max and steps into the ring to fight. He hits the other fighter so mercilessly that the opponent can't even get back up. Duffy wins the fight very easily. Everyone is stunned because the fighter he just defeated hadn't lost a match in a long time. Max tells Duffy, "You'll stay in the city. I'm arranging your accommodation. You don't need to go anywhere else." That's when we meet a girl named Rachel, who lives with her daughter. Suddenly, her boyfriend, Stan, a criminal, arrives. Earlier, Stan had hidden money in this house, but now it's gone. When he can't find his money, he becomes very angry and slaps Rachel. Just then, Max and Duffy arrive. Rachel is Max's sister. Seeing Stan hit his sister makes Max furious. Duffy and Max chase Stan away. Now, Duffy is going to stay at Rachel's house. Meanwhile, Stan goes to his boss, Sage Parker. Sage is very angry because the money was his. He demands, "Where's my money? Give it back quickly, or you'll lose your life." Stan replies that he kept the money at his girlfriend's house. Sage yells at him, "What did you do? You should have brought the money." Just then, a woman named Ellen arrives. Ellen is a police detective. However, we soon discover that she is actually Sage's real boss. All the illegal activities in the city are under her supervision. Since she's a detective, she knows exactly what to do, when, and where. The moment she finds out Stan took her money, she shoots him in the head. She then tells Sage, "Get the money as soon as possible, or you're next." Now Sage is scared too. Back at Rachel's house, we see Duffy. He helps with small household chores, which makes Rachel happy. She has come to realize that Duffy is a good man. One night, we see Duffy practicing on a punching bag. Rachel's daughter, Hannah, comes in. This punching bag belonged to her father, who is no longer in this world, and Hannah doesn't like seeing it used. She stands there, but before she can say anything, Rachel calls everyone inside for dinner. As they start eating, Max arrives. Max tells Duffy, "Now we need to step up our game if you want to earn more money. We'll go to Sage. He organizes the biggest fights. He's the biggest criminal in this city." Duffy agrees, and they head to Sage's place. Max tells Sage about Duffy, explaining what a dangerous fighter he is. A fight is already underway between two girls, with people betting money on the outcome. Sage listens to everything Max says about Duffy. He says, "Okay, I'll arrange his next fight right now. Let's see what kind of fighter he is." He sends Duffy to the ring. As soon as the other fighter comes, Duffy drops him to the ground with one punch. Seeing this, Sage is surprised because he lost a lot of money. He didn't want this to happen. He suffered a big loss. But Max is extremely happy. He had borrowed a lot of money from Sage, and now all that debt has been paid off. However, Sage won't let them off that easily. He knows that with the way Duffy fought, everyone is going to bet money on him. If he wants to recover his losses, he'll have to put Duffy against a fighter who never loses, the most dangerous fighter there. He tells Duffy, "You'll have to fight another match." Max protests, saying this isn't right. But after a moment, he understands that they can't leave without fighting or things could get very bad. He convinces Duffy to fight. Duffy gets back in the ring and sees that the fighter in front of him is very dangerous. The opponent starts beating Duffy, countering his every move. Whatever Duffy tries, he just keeps getting hit. After a while, as Duffy gets hurt, all the memories of the war rush back to him. What happened there, and how his comrades were killed. Then, a fire is ignited within him, and he starts brutally beating that fighter. There's blood on his head, and it looks like he's going to kill this fighter. Only Max understands what Duffy is capable of. He rushes into the ring and pulls Duffy out. Now they have a lot of money. Seeing the money, Max is very happy. He asks Duffy, "What will you do with all this money?" Duffy replies, "I need more money. I want to buy land here. My mother always wanted to bring this here, but she passed away a while ago. That's why I want to buy land here and build her grave there, so her soul can rest in peace." Max assures him, "The rest of the money will be complete soon." That's when we see Ellen on the other side. She receives a call from Mexico. The people on the line start threatening Ellen, demanding their money back very soon, all of it. They warn her not to forget what the cartel can do. Hearing this, Ellen is in a tough spot. She has to return the cartel's money as soon as possible. Ellen asks them for a week, promising to somehow return all their money. Then, the whole story becomes clear. Ellen had a particular business. She took black money from the cartel and cleaned it, making it white money. In return, she earned a commission. Sage handled all of this for her, and Sage used to give all this money to Stan. But Stan tried to trick everyone. He took all the money and hid it at Rachel's house. When he went to retrieve the money, he discovered it had vanished from the house. This is the very money they're fighting over, the money Stan had hidden at Rachel's house. Rachel is now going to be in very big trouble. Ellen also knows this because, while dying, Stan said he had kept the money at Rachel's house. The next day, Ellen arrives at Rachel's house with a team and starts searching the entire place. Rachel knows they don't have a warrant, but she can't stop them. They ransack the whole house, but don't find the money anywhere. Ellen's frustration grows. She goes to Rachel and insists, Stan hid the money here. He said so as he was dying. I know the money is with you. I want my money back as soon as possible. Otherwise, you don't even know what I can do. What happened to Stan could happen to you. Hearing this, Rachel becomes very distressed. After Ellen and her team leave, Duffy and Max arrive. They see the house in disarray and ask Rachel what happened. Rachel explains that a woman came with a team, searching for money she believes is hidden there, the same money Sage mentioned Stan had hidden at this house. Max and Duffy see how scared Rachel is. Max knows that Stan used to work for Sage. He immediately takes Duffy and goes to Sage, asking him what's going on and why the police went to his sister's house and what they were looking for. Sage explains the whole situation. Stan worked for me. He had a lot of money. He took all that money and hid it in your sister's house because your sister was his girlfriend. He was refusing to give us the money, so we killed him. As he was dying, he said the money was in your sister's house. That's why Ellen is looking for it. We need that money at any cost. Max argues, Stan must be lying. Where would my sister get that money? And if he really had kept the money in my house, my sister would have found it by now, or the police would have found it during their raid. That man lied to you. Sage replies, we don't know that. Everyone thinks your sister stole that money, so your sister will have to give that money back. Now Max is furious. He angrily takes Duffy and leaves. Then, he sees Ellen standing outside. He knows Ellen is a policewoman. Ellen approaches him and says, give me all that money from your sister. Otherwise, you don't even know what will happen to her. I can't do anything either. There are some people here who are more dangerous than me. They are cartel people. Right now, I'm dealing with your sister, but if the money doesn't come in time, the cartel people will come to your house. And you know very well that when they come, no one survives. Max and Duffy's situation becomes even worse. They found out the police can't help them because Ellen herself is a policewoman and has bought out the entire department. If they want to save Rachel's life, they'll all have to gather the money. But this money is $2 million, which is a very large amount. Max tells Duffy, I don't want to drag you into all this. This is my fight. I'll take you out of the city. You go and live your life in peace. Duffy responds, your fight? Don't forget that you're part of my family now. Whatever the fight is, we will fight it together. And we will try to collect the money. Get the biggest fight organized right now. I'm ready to fight. They immediately inform Sage about this. Sage organizes a very big fight. The richest people in the city have come here. Ellen is also present. Duffy prepares to fight. But before entering the ring, he sees the same organizer for whom he fought for the first time. As Duffy leaves, the organizer tells him, the fighter you're about to face is very dangerous. And what's more dangerous is that he's a policeman. If anything happens to him during the fight, you could get into a lot of trouble. So be careful. Duffy enters the fight very cautiously, and the battle begins. But that fighter immediately attacks Duffy as if he intends to kill him. Duffy defends himself and strikes back. As time goes on, this fight becomes incredibly intense. After a while, the fighter gets on top of Duffy and has his throat in his hand. After a struggle, Duffy breaks his neck and kills him. Everyone now knows this fighter is dead. Duffy is also in bad shape. Along with him, Ellen is also in a bad situation because a policeman has died. What will she write in the final report? How did he die? She can't write that he died fighting because this fight is illegal. This means Duffy is going to be blamed for everything, for killing a policeman. Max understands this, and Duffy does too. They start running away from the scene and plan to escape as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we see Rachel cleaning the house. That's when she finds a very large bag hidden under the house. After opening the bag, she sees that it's full of money. Then she understands everything. She realizes that everyone was telling the truth. Stan really did hide the money in the house. But someone else moved the money somewhere else. And besides Rachel, the only other person in this house is Hannah. This means Hannah did it. Rachel goes to Hannah and asks, why did you do this? Hannah replies, I didn't like Stan at all. Whenever he came to the house, I used to get angry. I knew that if I hid his money, he would get into trouble. That's why I did this. I wanted him to get away from us forever. After saying this, she starts crying. Just then, Max calls Rachel and tells her to pack the necessary things as soon as possible, as they are going to leave the city tonight. Rachel says, we don't need to leave the city now. I found that money. We will throw the money in their face and tell them to stay away from us from now on. Max replies, The problem we've gotten into won't go away just with the money. You keep that money with you. We are coming there. On the other hand, we see that the police have turned the fight location into a crime scene. Ellen arrives and says that this matter could become very big. If anyone involved is caught alive, they will reveal the truth about all of them, whether it's Sage, Max, or Duffy. I don't want my job or my reputation to be in danger. So today, finish all 9 people associated with this case so that this matter ends forever. Now, they start getting ready to eliminate everyone involved. Meanwhile, Max and Duffy have reached home. Rachel is also ready with her daughter. But before they can even get into the car, the police start shooting blindly at the house, and then they drive away after shooting. Hannah is injured. They immediately call an ambulance and send Hannah and Rachel to the hospital. Duffy has also realized that no matter what, they will never be safe. So, they will have to fight their own battle. Duffy says, "Before they kill us, we will have to kill them. But the 2 of us aren't enough. I have a companion in this city who used to be the most dangerous in the army. We will go to him." Duffy takes Max and goes to his companion, Don, and tells him the whole story. Don is ready to help them. He has the most modern weapons in the world. He gives them the weapons and says, "From now on, I am with you." They go to Sage first and point a gun at him. Sage gets scared and says, "I didn't attack you. That attack was done by Ellen. She's worried about her reputation. She wants to kill everyone involved in this case. I have nothing to do with it." As they're talking, Ellen arrives with her entire team. Now, bullets are flying blindly from all sides. But Don and Duffy are ready. They know how to use weapons and how to shoot. They start taking down Ellen's people, leaving bodies everywhere. This fight goes on for many hours. Then, some bullets hit Don, and he falls down, taking his last breath. In his final moments, he talks to Duffy, telling him how good it felt fighting together again. And then he dies. Seeing this, Duffy becomes very angry. He lost one of his friends, and he starts killing everyone mercilessly. On the other hand, we see Ellen. She goes to Sage and shoots him. Now, only 2 people are left on her target, Max and Duffy. She shoots Max in the shoulder. But before she can shoot him in the head, Max shoots Ellen, and she dies. Now, no one will come after Max and Duffy. As time passes, the media covers the whole story and reveals to everyone that the mastermind behind all the crimes in the city was Ellen. Max and Duffy's names are not mentioned anywhere. And to top it off, they also have $2 million. Now, everyone is living happily. Duffy has left the city, and Max is living with his family. But every day, they wait for Duffy, knowing that he will definitely come back. Outside the city, we see Duffy. He has bought land and has also built his mother's grave there, just as his mother wanted. Duffy is very happy to see his mother's grave. With this, the film ends. So, friends, our video for today ends here. If you liked our video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.